Okay, hey guys, welcome back to the Outer Worlds. And I am late again with uploading videos. It's just so much things to do in my life, with college and work. And also I have to clean up my flats, otherwise it will just be a mess. So I'm super busy with my private life. Sorry for not uploading videos in regular times. Okay. Wow, this place looks so good. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Just between the two of us.
Hello?
Today's trends are tomorrow's
Okay.
trends.
Looking forward to the next annual.
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
What are they doing? Is this some kind of spread fight or something? There's an elevator downstairs. Maybe we will go there next time. Okay. Okay. Do you need this? No.
I don't know what's worse here, the leashes or the folks holding them.
Ah.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
What?
So am I. Canids are a fascinating species, biologically speaking. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mostly. Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party. I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason. Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review.
But you never
Better
win.
average sprinting time, superior gate coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him. Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it? Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium. What's on your mind? At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? And so on and so forth. You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up. My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one. I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no. What's on your mind? Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
I hope that wasn't a bad choice, that I can't enter facilities anymore.
This is a private party. No solicitors. No vagabonds. No freelancers. If you're here to offer your services as an entertainer, we're not interested. Unfortunately, you're too late. The review ended a few days ago. We've submitted our results to the Judiciary Committee and await arbitration. In 8 to 10 short weeks, we'll have the name of a winner. Probably. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades, anti-dissident auto-mechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. The tunnels are guarded by auto-mechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard, so they'd probably shoot me on sight. In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels. The tunnels are for disposing of unwanted refuse, and no place for a respectable Byzantine. Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable. Here's a keycard. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like to get back to mastering over the ceremonies, or people might question why I have this role at all.
Okay, these two are so into themselves, especially the Clarence. What was his name again? He's so damn arrogant. Probably everyone in Byzantium is like that. I mean, if you look at Ali's parents. Oh yeah, still. God, I picked up so much stuff. I should sell some of them when I'm back. Is he coming back? Okay.
Hell of a job.
If there's one thing I've learned traveling with you, it's that theft is what is taken mine.
Mm-hmm.
Come now, Anubis, you must...
Okay, let's go to Clarence.
You know, the careers of 9... My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only 2 surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way. I'll tell you what I can. Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus. Oh dear. How do I explain this without using too many syllables? Lab coats means scientists. It's a colloquial... It's slang. Let's get back on topic. You'll find Dr. Lowe in an orbital lab around Olympus. Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker. Well, with Spacer's choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself. Dr. Lowe described himself after the project shut down. Corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange. Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery. Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan. You did fetch a trophy for my little applause. Technically, that makes you my canid servant. And by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility. No need to sound so astonished. Now, was there anything else? Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet. There's not a lot about Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. Minnie Ambrose. Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but like the rest of her family, irrelevant. She tried following her mother's example, failed, and if she ever tried again, I couldn't tell you. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway respectable. The Ambroses are, how do I put this politely, obsolete. A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Schuyler's have Anti-Cleo, and so we show those names the respect they deserve. The Ambrose name was associated with Project Gorgon. The project died, and so the Ambrose name died with it. That's just the way the game is played. Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human beings are as much a part of the universe as weather patterns and orbital mechanics.
Forgive me, Mr. Mosley, if I seem awestruck. I've not heard so many profoundly incorrect statements uttered in a single breath since I myself spouted them.
A vicar with a sense of humor. There's a statistical outlier.
Okay. This guy's so high in his own mind, I don't know what to say.
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything. I see you've been in the same situation. Yes, she wasn't impressed by my absolute value. After she made her feelings clear, I left the project. Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon.
So, you guys knew that this was completely unsafe, and you probably knew that it created marauders.
I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, Spoil the servant. Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, human inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy. No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
Okay, I was about to sell the guns I picked up. Okay, so those armor mods are kind of useless. So I'm just gonna sell those. Okay.
Handled beautifully.
Another lockpick. Ah, yeah, those are still on another. Speak to Sophia. Wait.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
Sophia Hagen, wait. Oh yes. That was it. We planted the fake signal, and we should maybe continue with our Peril of Gorgon. Peril on Gorgon? Why did I... don't mention it. I always read things wrong. Okay.
Don't you think we ought to go inside?
My dear fellow, you know...
Razer's Choice dehydrated water. I knew a guy. Just add air. Now available in carbonate. Anti-Cleo's.
Oh yeah, here was the elevator. What's wrong with you two? Why are you not talking to each other? I mean, Ellie and Vika Max or Pen. What was the one called again who is so super talkative? Well, you guys are definitely have some issues. You should talk out this.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it.
Okay. What a handsome you have, little weasel. The unreliable registered to one Alex Hawson, but that's not you, is it? You stole it from him, just as you intend to steal Gorgon from me. Perhaps I should steal something dear from you in exchange. Your ship, your crew, your life. Fair is fair, after all. Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here. Drawback, the groundbreaker auxiliary bays.
Yeah, I should just take Ali and hello. Vika and Max, they at least talk to each other. Is there something here? No.
Why do I get the feeling they're not?
Hey, you! Over here! It's Chad! Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Riz! Ah, fucking damn it! Every time! So, hey, you trespassing. Yeah, I know that lady. I know she's looking for, solitude. She hired us to make sure no one comes sniffing around. Guess that's bad news for your plan there. What, after 5 years? Pretty sure she's serious about a little stint in solitary. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate. We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junley can't get too mad if this deal with Blakesley's pretty sweet. We get paid, and we get fresh greens every week. My gums? What? Shit. Insurance, you said? Fine, I guess.
I see what you did there, and I'm impressed.
Thanks, Ali. It's
Look,
always good to
we
hear
won't give
your
you trouble, but I can't say
feedback.
the same about Blakesley. She's got some crazy setup in there, so if you get shot, don't come complaining to me. This one's clear, guys.
Smooth, Captain.
It's like I don't know what to do with it.
This must be a step up from horseback.
I should save the game, just to be sure.
You have to be kidding me. I thought I made myself clear. Wait. Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the other mechanicals can explain.
This setup is really fancy. What's she doing with all this stuff?
To think that a manta queen could grow from something like this. Nature is truly wondrous, is it not?
What's going on? Oh, that's my alarm. Combat room? Okay.
Unexpected noise at the beginning of the
Oh, good. A fight.
Okay, this seems like a storage room. Holy shit! How many of these Manti Queens babies do she need?
Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. The second your molt comes in, pal.
Here's an elevator. Maybe I should check out what's with the elevator. Combat drone.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
What kind of research is she doing here? Seriously.
If they didn't want to tempt us, whatever that is, it's loud.
I see. We would have to go through the elevator anyway.
Wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you in this home invasion? Spacer's Choice send you? Took your sweet time. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are. That bastard. Is he still only mostly worthless, or has he achieved mathematical perfection in that regard? He'll be on to the next hobby in a week. Clearance lacks the attention span for this sort of thing. Someone wants to dig up the past, and you're the shovel, right? so? Long way to go for notes on a failed project. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies. Testing supervisor. I designed the initial testing regimens, managed the staff, made sense of the test results. Tried to anyway. People are complicated, and I don't just mean the test subjects. Try and avoid working with people if you can. It always gets messy.
And that messiness you speak of is where true joy resides.
Hey, it's just advice. You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance. The traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders. Yeah, good luck making that one stick. It's in the fine print, you know. Whatever was in those chemicals, it didn't matter what tests we ran. We kept getting the same results. The proto-adrena time solution was both monstrously addictive and had catastrophic effects on the psyche and intellect. A real boon to the colony. Sure, I don't mean to stop you. Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir? Really? What good can that possibly do? How about you, Byzantium? What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
Money, obviously. Plus, it's fun.
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance. Please, I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you. Come on. You wouldn't. Damn it. Fine. Fine, here, I remember one of my access codes. Just punch in the keypad equivalent for replication. Should get you into the offices. Maybe get you to my terminal a little sooner. Go test that persistence of yours out on Gorgon. Hell of a day, this one.
Okay, guys.
After we got her key.
I would say good job, guys, but you were kinda a little bit too enthusiastic. I mean, she was just one woman and you both go completely nuts on her. Okay, why are you guys angry now? She didn't give you any insurance. Okay, I thought I just died, but it's not me.
Security patrol initiated.
Now I'm gonna steal everything what you had.
You're an artist, Captain.
Okay.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon. lock up behind you.
I don't know what kind of mess Spacer's Choice made here, but it figures they'd leave it to someone else to clean up.
Can we fast throw? Yes. Oh wait, we forgot. I forgot. I should actually go and take this Jacob. No. Or Jacob Jaw? I forgot. Okay, wait a second. Skills. Whenever you are affected with sound poorly, you deal increased damage. Increased damage for science weapons, headshot kills, explode damage nearby enemies. That's something I would take. Increased damage by yeah. Does this increase maximum health? Sure. And also weird space. Yeah, we should actually talk to this guy. But we are gonna do this in the next episode because our time is over and my college lecture pretty much starts in this next 5 minutes. So thanks for watching, press subscribe and do the bell thing. See you!